I'm Chef Whitney Aronoff, and I'm sharing with you guys a recipe from my new e-cookbook called High Vibration Cooking. And I have a special guest today. I have Karla, the owner of Kinnaree, which is a health, wellness, and active wear company. And so I wanted to show her one of the recipes that I love for my e-cookbook. We just went for a great workout. She let me wear some of her beautiful active wear that she sells on her site.
Yes, very beautiful. You're really pulling it off.
Thank you. So I wanted to show her, this is one of my favorite breakfast recipes. It's great for brunch, but it's also easy to enjoy for lunch and dinner. You can combine it with extra vegetables or some protein. But this is my sweet potato avocado recipe. What I like to use for this recipe, which Karla also enjoys, is actually a Japanese yam.
Those are my favorite.
My absolute favorite. To be honest, guys, I don't go a week without them. I even travel with them. So I'll bake the Japanese yams before I travel.
Oh.
They hold really well, and then I put them into my refrigerator in my hotel room once I get to my destination.
Amazing.
Yes.
I like them really charred.
Oh,
like, you know what I'm
interesting.
saying? Maybe that's not good.
No, that's all right. And
Okay.
I like mine where they're al dente, so they aren't super soft, but they obviously aren't still firm. They're a cooked potato or a cooked, yam, sweet potato, but they aren't like mush on the inside.
I got you.
And so the reason I love the Japanese yams is because there's less sugar content. They aren't as sweet, and they're more firmer flesh. That's why I love them.
Oh, it's funny because I find them sweeter.
Really?
Than the average yam.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't like the traditional sweet yam, which is orange, which many of us in the US know as a sweet potato, but it's actually a yam. So a Japanese yam has red skin and it has white flesh on the inside. And so to make this recipe, it's really easy. All you have to do is bake a few Japanese yams. 1, 2, 3, 4. You might as well bake a few, because once you bake them, it's good in the fridge for a week.
Yeah.
You're good to go. So all you do is wash the skin, poke it with a knife, and then put it in the oven. I always put it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 45 minutes.
Okay.
And then I check it, I just literally put my hand on it. I see how firm or soft it is. And you're simply able to tell if it's cooked all the way through or not. So maybe I'll give it another 15 minutes and then you're good to go.
Okay.
And then I'll put them in a glass container and keep them in the fridge or let them cool on the counter. These cooked a little faster than I expected. So this is a little more soft than I personally like, but you will probably love it.
Yummy.
So all I do to make my sweet potato toast is simply slice it in half. So I do look for a Japanese yam that isn't too thick. So I simply keep it like this, put it on your plate. You can remove your skin or not. It's totally up to you, all right? And then when I go and look for avocados, I really love the large Hass avocados. These are the type of avocados that I grew up with. The really small ones aren't the traditional ones that I grew up with. Those are really being pushed because they think the consumer likes a one-time use avocado.
Oh, I see.
So that's why you see so many of those tiny ones.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily traditional.
Okay.
I grew up on a small avocado farm. My parents planted over 40 avocados.
Oh
and
my gosh.
They sold them wholesale before that was like the trendy thing to do. They sold them at little markets or little stands in the neighborhood. So I always reach for the much larger avocados. And if you're in Orange County, the best avocados in Orange County are at Mother's Market.
Okay.
Hands down.
Now, how ripe is this? I always want to know what's the perfect.
Not soft, but not firm.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I always slice it right in half because you're going to use half. And you're going to use the half that doesn't have the seed. And then when you're done, you're just going to put the lid back on the avocado, put it in the fridge, and it'll stay good for days.
So having the seed makes it stay green and not start to get brown?
Exactly. And
my mom taught me that.
Putting its own skin back on top of it, it's its own lid from nature.
Okay.
So 2 ways you can do this. I'm really comfortable with just slicing the avocado like this and using the skin as its own little bowl for me to mash in. But you can also, especially if you're making this for 2 or 3 people, you're making a few, You can scoop out the skin or simply peel off the skin and put it in a bowl and mash it. But you know, most of us just want to do something that's super convenient and creates less mess.
Yeah.
You know, putting it in a bowl is just like another thing to clean. We all don't need another thing to clean.
I definitely don't.
Yeah.
But
so
that's cute. It's like nature's little bowl. That's
yeah.
cute.
So I just do it like this. It just says, you know what? I do this a lot for my salads. Like I love avocado on my salad, slightly like guacamole. And so I tend to do this a lot. I'll sprinkle a little sea salt on top, and then I'll put it in my salad.
Yummy.
So everyone finds the way that works for them. But you can see like I'm really making sure to mash it up, and then putting it on top.
How easy is that?
Right? And this is so great if you want avocado toast, but you can't eat the grains, you can't eat the toast, you can't eat the bread. It doesn't work with, you know, your dietary preferences or your food allergies. So super simple, just like that. I always garnish with with arugula.
Yummy.
This is like my favorite.
So you don't heat up you eat it cold?
Absolutely.
Got it. Okay.
And also, you don't get the spike in sugar. You don't get that sugar spike in your body when you eat it cold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so then, just to make it, because food should be beautiful, I always like to add like a little radish on top. It's a really nice bitter, again, great for digestion. So I'll buy like a nice, you know, watermelon radish. I always keep a mandolin out on the counter at home. So I would normally mandolin these radishes, but if you don't have a mandolin, you just kind of slice it as thin as you possibly can. Just do your best. And then it's just nice to have a little bit on top.
That looks so beautiful.
For a little color, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's it.
Gorgeous.
How easy is that for you to make for yourself?
Wow.
Right?
Yummy. Yes. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, that's it. So that's how I make my avocado toast. That's how we do it.
Nice.
And like, really, if I was to really show you how I would enjoy it at home, I would slice it in half. I'd put even more arugula on it, and I would literally just pick it up like it's a slice of bread. It's a slice of avocado toast.
It's like a little baguette.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So that's it. Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yeah, enjoy, please. And let me know your feedback. Try this with sweet potatoes, yams. You know, there's so many colors and varieties that have different sweetnesses and textures. Like, try it all. You know, you can, when the sweet potato is raw, slice it into long strips and bake it that way. But I find it bakes too quickly, it's too soft, and you can never pick it up and enjoy it like a piece of bread. And sometimes when you're using alternative ingredients to recreate, you know, something that you love, like avocado toast, you want to be able to pick it up and enjoy it. You don't want to always be able to, you don't want to always eat it with a fork and knife. You know, it's like pizza. It tastes better when you hold it in your hand instead of using a fork and knife to be polite.
Who eats pizza with a fork and knife?
People that want to be polite.
No.
But
that's like eating a taco with a fork and knife.
Yeah, it doesn't taste as good. You know,
for sure.
Like I always feel like when you eat ice cream, when you lick the ice cream, it tastes better than when you eat it with a spoon.
Totally.
Right?
Yeah.
So avocado toast, I feel like, is the same way. It's so much more enjoyable when you can pick up a half and just like enjoy it just like you're having bread.
Yeah.
So I'll usually slice it in half, and then I personally really pack on the arugula when I have my half. It just is a really nice contrast, and it's a really great meal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And sometimes I'll just have this, like, this is more than enough for lunch.
Oh,
just
completely.
The arugula, a sweet potato, an avocado, you know, some radish, maybe a little sea salt. If I'm using a lot of arugula, I'll maybe drizzle a little bit of olive oil.
Yes.
You can add some gamasio, meaning like a little crumbled nori seaweed and sesame seeds.
Okay.
Like, there's lots of ways that you can customize it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. For me, this is all about high vibrational eating. Like, everything's colorful. You have your greens. You have, you know, the different pinks and the watermelon radish. This is like how I would see that. You know, everything's alive. So thank you. Thank you for showing me that.
You're welcome. And what I actually love about these radishes and this dish, in this moment is the ombre effect on your workout
my
gear.
God,
And
look.
the ombre effect with your radish.
That is so true.
Right?
Yeah,
Because
that's
like
amazing.
when you think about nature, like how beautiful sunrises and sunsets are with the gradient colors, and we see that with our food as well. And so it's interesting to see that going on in clothing, because we want all of our environments to be in sync with each other.
So true.
And what we put on our body also affects how we feel.
Completely.
Yeah.
Good
So,
observation.
I really love that.
We didn't plan that, okay?
No. But I am a really big fan of the activewear that you choose for Kinnaree.
Thank you.
Everything you choose is so beautiful, and I appreciate like the balance of feminine and strength and energy. So you do an incredible job sourcing for Kinnaree, and if you guys haven't checked Kinnaree out yet, it's really like the next big, activewear company that really blends, lifestyle and wellness. So
Kinnaree is definitely about wellness, and you can find me on Instagram at Kinnaree Co. and check out my website at kinnaree.co. Right? So thanks, guys.
So thanks for cooking with us, guys. Thank you for letting us chat with you about, one of the recipes in high vibration cooking, my eCookbook on Starseed Kitchen. And we hope to bring some more recipes to you guys so you can, better, plan meals for yourself, feel better eating good food, and just kind of demystify that it's really easy to choose healthy ingredients and to substitute with things that no longer serve you.
Absolutely. And your body will thank you for it. And you will see, depending on your goals in life and your health goals, you'll see a difference once you start eating this way. Trust me, it's the way I eat, and I definitely advise everyone to start eating this way and kind of reprogramming your mind to understand what it means to eat high vibrational food.
That's beautiful, And you resonate everything that you resonate your ethos. So thank you.
You are what you eat, bottom line.
Yes.
Right?
Well said. Yeah, absolutely. And thank goodness that we're moving into a time on this planet where people are better understanding that. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.